Good morning, class. Wanted to touch base with you now that we are a couple weeks into the semester. First off, we just got through the Hinduism section, and a lot of students decide that that's what their final paper is going to be about because there's just so much to do with that. A couple of ideas. One is the caste system and how that works and how people move back and forth between that marrying and the caste system. That might be something that would interest you. There's a lot of material there if you wanted to dig in and make that your final project. Another area, I work with hospice, is surrounding death and what a lot of Hindus decide to do after they pass in regards to the Ganges River. So if you wanted to study that and write on that, that might be a fascinating thing as well. This week we're talking about Buddhism, and interesting with Buddhism, a lot of people, this is world religions. A lot of people would say that Buddhists it really isn't a religion at all. It's just kind of a way of living, and that might be something that you want to explore a little bit further too. Again, I said this earlier, I just want to reiterate it. This is a survey of world religions. And just imagine, again, being a pastor, I go to a lot of dinner party type things. And just imagine you're standing around and talking to someone and they say, my religion is Shinto. Well, because you had world religions, you can talk intelligently about the religion of Shintoism, and or whether it be Islam or whether it be Catholicism, whatever the case might be, you're going to have a brief, mild understanding of all the major religions of the world, and hopefully that will be helpful for you in life. Not meant to be a rocket science kind of a tough course for you. It's more of an intro type level. I'm extremely generous in my grading, as you've seen. And let me touch on that for a second. So far, I've been given points, just if you do your work kind of a thing. It's going to get a little bit more strict as we are getting into the semester now. I am looking for 2 full pages of quality content for each week's lesson. Now, again, I'm not going to cut points if you don't agree with me or don't believe the way that I believe. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for you to dig into it. Now, your textbook is wonderful, and I chose the textbook, and I think that there's a lot of good things with every one of the religions surrounding it. But you may need to go outside and find some outside sources to come alongside in order to get your 2 full pages. If and when you do that, just cite it at the end. Again, I'm not going to say this isn't MLA or whatever. I just want to make sure you don't try to give work that's not yours. So if you're going to use an outside source, make sure that you cite it properly at the end. Just let me know that these were not original thoughts with you. They were something that you pulled out. Make sure you don't try to do things. I'm looking for Times New Roman, 12-point, double space. Don't mess with the indentation so that you can stretch it out. Don't waste half the page at the top telling me your name and my name and your mother's maiden name and what your favorite flavor of sushi is. I'm not that I don't care about that, but that's not what I'm looking for. If you want to waste space at the top telling me that information, fine. Just make sure at the end of the paper that you continue to give me the content. I'm looking for 2 full pages of quality content. Okay, so make sure that you do that and make sure you follow through on that. That's very, very important. Also, make sure you're doing your quizzes and you're doing your discussion posts. If you want to reply to what someone else has written, I hope that you're reading those. If you want to reply to it, that's great. I'm just looking for your discussion posts. You don't have to reply to other people if you don't want to, but you're more than welcome to. And again, some of the subjects we're talking about are touchies kind of subjects. Again, it's okay for you to believe the way you want to believe, but don't criticize or cut other people down or get into debates about how someone else believes. That's not what we're trying to do here either, because again, with world religions, and we'll be talking about some things towards the end of the semester that is extremely controversial, we don't want to cause fighting among students. So know that, again, I'm here, and if you need to talk to me, feel free to text me, give me a call. Just make sure it's not before 8 a.m. or after 8 p.m. But again, I want to help you succeed in any way that I can, and hope that the course is going well. Again, remember, I'm going to get a little bit more stringent upon this, and you need to make sure that you're doing your work. Take care. Have a great weekend.